Hi, I'm Laura for PokerNews, and we are just 2 days away from crowning the main event champion. The field has been whittled down to just 36 players from 96 contenders yesterday, out of a field of 6,650 entries. With a prize pool of just over $62 million, those remaining have locked up at least $198,550. Hyde Park currently tops the leaderboard with a stack of $29.5 million. Among those else with big stacks are Corey Aldemir, Ramon Colilas, David Cabrera and Alejandro Lococo. The Argentinian rapper Lococo, who's known under his stage name Popo MC, finished day 6 inside the top 10 after his late surge in the final level culminated in the elimination of Tyler Cornell. Other notables returning include Chance Corneth, who finished the day just outside the top 10, and other bracelet winners Robert Mitchell and Mitchell Halverson. Two incredible journeys to keep an eye on here are those of GG Poker qualifiers Sean Ragazzini and ClubGG qualifier Vasu Amarapu, who qualified for just $50 on the ClubGG app. For more on ClubGG, follow the video linked below. And among those less fortunate were Stephen Chidwick, who started with one of the bigger stacks, but his main event run came to an end during the first level of the day. After dropping into the middle of the pack, the Brit took a flip with ace-queen against pocket nines and flopped top pair. However, Mitchell Halverson rivered a straight to send Chidwick to the rail. Right before the first break, Asher Conniff had his aces cracked by the ace-queen suited of Lewis Spencer. In the hours that followed thereafter, the hopes of an even deeper run also ended for Chris Dowling, Nick Petrangelo, Robert Cowan, Alex Goulder, and recent bracelet winner Tyler Cornell. The last 36 return at noon today, and the recommencing blinds will be 120 to 40,000 with a big blind ante of 240,000. The day is scheduled to play down to the 9-handed final table, and Tiffany was out in the field with more of the action.
That's right, things are heating up and winding down, and what I mean by that, of course, is heating up that we're closer and closer to the final table. The pressure is fully on now. Players are guaranteed over $100,000 for each payout now at this point, but also winding down in the sense that if you step into the Amazon room, it's not a sea of players anymore. We don't have 6,000 players sitting down and playing. We have less than 5 tables remaining. They're spaced out very far apart on the tournament floor because all of the camera crews and media teams need to be able to swarm. PokerNews' live reporting needs to be able to catch hand-by-hand action. So if you step into the Amazon room, it's there's energy on the rail as players who are still in the field have friends and family stepping out to live sweat the action, but also there's just pretty much no one left now that we're so close to a final table and just under 5 tables are left. The plan is to play down to 27 players today, come back tomorrow, and as of tomorrow, you guys, we will have a main event final table. We'll know who those last 9 players are. Today, Dragana, I might have been saying her name wrong the last couple days, so it's either Dragana or Dragana, so I'm apologizing to her if I've been royally butchering her name, but for now we'll stick with what I've been saying, which is Dragana Lim was the last woman standing. She finished in 64th place for over a $90,000 payday, which she's told us she plans to put towards an animal foundation. She's a big animal lover, and she plans to put the money to use in that sense, which is always lovely to hear about charitable endeavors that poker players coming out of the main event plan to do with their money. She was eliminated today, which means, of course, we will have a male WSOP main event winner, per usual, and Stephen Chidwick was one of the other poker pros that we were following in the field. He has been eliminated, but Chance Corneth, who is a 3-time WSOP bracelet winner, we spoke with him today. He is still in the mix. He told me that yesterday was one of the best days of his life because it's the furthest he's made it in the main event thus far, but also his daughter said dad for the first time. So lovely to hear Chance having a deep run, but also keeping his priorities in check and knowing that family also matters just as much as millions and millions of dollars, I think. He's still in the mix. And then also Alejandro Lococo, who is known as Popo MC in Argentina. He is an Argentinian rapper. He is still in the field. And we've had some pretty rowdy rails. People are starting starting to get excited as we get closer and closer to a main event final table. That's a wrap-up for you guys.
And while the main event steals the show, let's not forget 3 other events also progressed yesterday. Motoyoshi Okumura reeled in his first bracelet by becoming the 1500 mixed no-limit hold'em PLO champion. Now with this score of $209,716, he moves up to 25th on Japan's all-time money list. And day 1D of the 888 Crazy 8's No Limit Hold'em also came to an end yesterday. It drew a total of 2,241 entrants, with 337 making the money. And they return today at noon. Meanwhile, in the 10K 7-card stud high-low 8 or better, the 88 remaining players have been reduced to just 11, with 2-time bracelet winner Marco Johnson standing tall as chip leader after bagging $1.4 million in chips. He came runner-up in the 10K horse just a few weeks ago. And finally, the 2,500 mixed big bet continues today with day 2, with 92 players still in it. Some big names still in with 6-figure stacks include John Turner with 163,000, Elia Lesra with 133,100, and Daniel Negreanu with 107,300. There's still plenty more happening at the WSOP, with 2 more events new to the schedule today. The 1500 Freeze Out No Limit Hold'em at 11 a.m. and the 10K Super Turbo Bounty No Limit Hold'em later at 3 p.m. As always, the PokerNews team will be providing all the key hands from start to finish today. Our coverage of the WSOP is powered by ClubGG.